I just want to start off by saying this isn't a Christmas special. We did one last year, but we're not doing one this year. However, we are talking about Christmas food and Christmas films. And of course, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Welcome to episode 45 of Sage's Retreat, the only podcast where you can get bit by a spider and get the week off work. My name is Nathan, and with me today is Lee.
It's not even funny. It really hurt. Week off work. I need that week. That was my recovery week, and the problem is it still bloody hurts now. Yeah. What is going on? Hi, I'm here. We're here.
We live in England, by the way, not Australia, so...
No. Fuck knows what bit me.
Yeah.
Could have been anything.
Yeah. So today...
you're getting me them bunches of bananas.
Yeah, but it was just like a house spider, like a little red bunny spider. But this is just the general news one today. It's followed by an old fan favourite, which is making a comeback, the tier list. So on for today is Lee. Tell us more about this spider bite.
Right. It was like, what was it, nearly a month ago now? It must be nearly a month ago. I woke up 3 a.m, arm just feeling weird, thumb literally, now people overuse this, literally on fire, flames coming, no, okay, it was burning, it was like, but I thought to myself, maybe I'd like slept on my arm funny. You know how you do? Yeah. You wake up and you go, oh, my arm's dead, what's going on? My hand's feeling weird, it's all tingly, and then you've basically got to recover. What is that noise?
It's the dog.
What is the dog doing?
Trying to get some airtime, but she's not having it. Stop breathing forever. Go on and get out of your bed. She's a pain in the arse, this dog.
I would have thought you were dragging something really weird across your desk.
No, she has to do like a snoring noise whenever I'm on computer for some reason.
Good lord. So yeah, I woke up, my arm was just feeling weird, thumb on fire, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's just been slept on. So, cheers Luna anyway for interrupting that. I was like, oh, I need to go to the toilet anyway. So I went downstairs. I'm like, Jesus, it's still hurting. Took some painkillers. I'm like, I only ever have painkillers. I think to myself, toothache, headache. That's for me like a painkiller thing. But I know it does other stuff as well. But
and now spider
generally, you just like bam bam. Yeah. So spider bites. So I took the painkillers, and obviously they take like an hour or so to kick in, don't they, or whatever. I went back to bed. Couldn't sleep. I was like on off. Apparently, when your thumb really hurts, it keeps you awake, and that's what happened. Anyway, so I'm getting up, so I'm looking at it. I've got like a series of photos that I've collected on my phone from like looking like nothing to literally looking like it's been bitten by a pit bull. Now, for anyone that can see, I don't know how much that shows, but you can see how it's actually a little bit bigger. So this is my right hand here. That's a little bit bigger there, and it's a little bit redder. So it's still giving me issues. It went from nothing to like a weird red thing to it. Then it went white, and then I went to the doctors and went, "What the fuck is going off my thumb?" And they were like, "We think it's a bite." And I'd already looked into it, what could cause it, and there are 14 species of spiders in the UK which can bite and penetrate your skin, but generally it's not much of an issue. I don't think I'm allergic to it, because an allergic reaction is something that can be quite severe. Like a lot of swelling, even if you can even like an anaphylactic shock can be something that's quite bad for you. So we just think it's like, yeah, it could be a spider. Because there's not a lot of insects which cause a lot of issues in the UK. Generally, you can go to sleep and not worry about being bitten by anything, but not this time. So yeah, he reckons it's a spider bite, and it's immensely painful. It hurt me for a while. Then I had to keep it covered up at work because it was like an open wound. Wouldn't heal very well. All sorts of pus coming out of it, blood coming out of it. It's starting to feel a little bit more normal, but it's like the world's most intense bruise on a small area. It's like, so, like generally now I can actually pick stuff up and pick my mouse up here. Yeah, that hurts. It does hurt. Yeah, it hurts. But if I accidentally knock it, I get an adrenaline rush so strong, I feel like I'm going to collapse. Because the pain is, I don't know, it's like being hit with a hammer on your... we've all been banging a nail in and caught our thumb at some point. It's kind of like that. I was at work when I screamed. I was like, ah! I actually like screamed. I walked around the corner and it's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "No," but yeah, I mean, yes, but no. I tripped over the dog's cage where she chills out, like it's her little safe spot in the kitchen, and so she walked out of her cage, knocked the door open, went into me. I fell over the fucking door, one hand on but my thumb, I jammed it in the door frame. Jesus, I mean, I think when my children came around and went, "Is there any swear word that you missed out?" And I was like, "I don't think so, but if there's any more, I'll introduce them." But yeah. And I had a week off work because I went to the doctor and I was like, "I can't. What do you work? Do this." So you need to use your hands, like to pick some jobs. I guess you can get away with it a little bit. Mine, not so much. And I was like, "I can't pick anything up." The doctor went, "You need to pick stuff up, don't you?" I was like, "Yeah." She went, "I have a week off." Basically, because if I'd have gone in and picked something up and it hurt and I dropped it, it could be insurance problems, it could be an injury, it could be anything. I mean, in the kitchen at home, I picked up like a cleaver, like a big whacking cleaver. I picked that up, and I dropped it nearly instantly because I forgot about the pain. I just picked it up, and then it instantly kicked in, and I just, as a reflex, I just let go. I had like my socks on, and there was someone next to me. It just drops to the floor, clangs on the floor, and everyone's like, "Fuck!" Luckily, no toes are missing. So hopefully, I'm going to give it a few weeks. But if it doesn't if this doesn't go away, the swelling and that little bit of pain, that very localized pain, I'm going to go back and just be like, "Look, something's going off with it. I don't know what. Can you help me? It might be something else that's happening that I'm not aware of." But yeah, everyone I spoke to is like, "No, we've no idea. We'd never ever experienced anything like that." So I think it's quite sort of like a unique. My biggest issue, I'll be honest, is that it was on my bloody thumb where I actually picked stuff up.
Yeah.
So if it had been on like the reverse of my thumb, on like the back where you like your nail is, or even on somewhere on my hand, I probably would have been fine because you just cover it up, don't you? But this, no, it's like being on like your ball of your foot or something. It's a contact point that you're constantly using for like everything. Just stupid, but yeah, that's life, isn't it?
I've just googled it. It's around 2,000 people annually in the whole of the UK. So you was lucky in a way because you'd be down one of those 2,000 annually.
So what's the statistic exactly? That get bitten?
Or I think it was Essex is the capital. I saw at 454 A&E admissions in 5 years, but normally it's around 54 are hospital admissions. The rest are just have GP visits like yours. Or
wow, so people actually go. So what is it? 2,000?
2,000 annually.
That's really small.
Yeah, but only 54 are admitted to A&E.
Right.
So
that's fair.
They must
maybe
be
they're like
allergic, like anaphylactic stuff, maybe.
Yeah. Or like I said about them, a bunch of bananas in Tesco that come from Costa Rica, and it's like, like some arachnophobia shit. Jesus, my kids are never going to Tesco again. Any Tesco, not just our local one.
In a supermarket, that's a lot more common than you'd think. That spiders get transported in bananas. That's a lot. I mean, I worked in a supermarket. I'm not naming any names or all, but we had a gecko in the bananas that had actually managed to come over, little tiny gecko, and
is it alive?
Alive still. To kill it because they didn't know what to do with it, so they wanted to kill it. They put it in a bag and then put it in the freezer, which I thought was a little bit annoying.
I would have kept it.
Yeah, I would have kept it, but I didn't come on to shift until it was frozen, and I was like, "What? Why is it in freezer? Why have you killed it? We don't know what to do with it." At least that.
So you call the NSPCA, or you just keep the fucking thing. I'd have kept it. Got a little terrarium and called it Gordon. Because that's the obvious name, isn't it? Ridiculous.
I mean, they're harmless geckos, so it weren't going to hurt anyone.
Yeah. So other than my thumb, I mean, me and Paige, we played quite a lot of a game called Bloons. It's Bloons Tower Defense, where there are balloons and you have to pop them with little monkeys. Fantastic game. In fact, I did buy it for you. You've got it in your Steam library, and we should play it one day because it's actually quite fun.
I've got it downloaded.
It's like a ridiculously simple but fun game that requires more tactics and thinking than it deserves. because it is so simple. And maybe they're the best sort of games. It's very cartoony. I personally love tower defense games. The idea of putting stuff around and stopping the wave of whatever it is. But this Bloons one, I think, does it so well that it's me and Paige about hours on it. It's very good. I went to see the Ghostbusters film with Karina, the new one. You haven't seen it yet, have you?
No.
But no, so no spoilers. I think it's really good. Now, I spoke to someone at work who I know is very fussy with stuff like this. I was like, did you go see Ghostbusters? Oh, well, I actually knew he'd gone to see it. I was like, hey, do you want to see Ghostbusters? And he's like, yeah. I went, what do you think? He went, I loved it. And I was like, fucking hell, if you like it, it must be good. And he gave it a load of praise. The ending where something happens as well, which is a bit like, a lot of people were like, should they be doing it? Should they not be doing it? Like I say, no spoilers, but brilliant. I mean, the film was based around, so the trailer gives it away anyway. So Egon, obviously the actor has died in real life anyway.
Harold.
Yes. So his character obviously has to die as well. But there's a story about what happens to him and how he dies, and it kind of carries on from that. And you meet his granddaughter, and the actress plays a wonderful part. And they don't ruin it. I was really thinking they could fuck this up, because they've already fucked Ghostbusters up once with that bullshit that came out in 2016. And if you like that film, shut your mouth and get out of my face. It's disgusting. It's a disgrace to Ghostbusters. It should never have happened. I will never get off this hill. It is ridiculous. Oh, rubbish. Hate it. There's no defense for it. The only good thing about that film, is the fact that one of the actresses that I think they put down like in the trailer. So there was a black actress, and for the life of me I can't. Leslie Jones is her name. She's a comedian. She's not all that funny, but she's a comedian. And in the trailer, they stereotyped her as that typical kind of black, kind of caricature. But you know what I mean, like a stereotypical caricature of a black person. But you know, I personally watched it, and she very rarely came across like that. And for me, I think she was the best character.
Yeah.
And the other one's shocking. I think she was brilliant in that film, and she was the only bit at the end of it. Other than the special effects, which are obviously modern, updated special effects, watching Leslie Jones in that character, I think she fucking nailed it. But the other ones, I just didn't enjoy it. I think it was a shame. It was a shame they decided to go that way with it.
The rip-off for Egon, I can't remember her name, you know, the blonde woman that's supposed to be like Egon.
Yes.
I think she was the worst one out of it.
She was. Over-exaggerated.
Yeah, it was ridiculously bad, her part.
Yeah, the word overacting is, I'm pretty sure it's on her Wikipedia page. 100%. She was just like, oh, look at me, I'm so crazy. Whereas Egon, as we know him, isn't crazy. The guy's a genius, and he's quirky, not crazy. They're two different things. Our Egon that we remember is interesting, intelligent, funny, dry. This one, oh my god, I've got a jelly on my head. Oh, what is it? Blah, blah, and running around or whatever. And yeah, instantly, as soon as you met her, it's like, and she'd wear like the goggles on her head. Oh, look at me, I'm so interesting. Oh, goggles. Oh, fuck off. I ain't got time for it at all. I'm never going to watch it. In fact, I might just go into like in video shops and just video shops. Jesus, I might just go into like
go into your time machine. Then go back to the 90s, then go in video shops.
So I need Back to the Future. Then I need like Gremlins. I'm going to train to eat all the DVD and Blu-ray. I still can't believe you can buy DVDs. Actually, I thought they'd be going out because I watched a DVD the other day and I was like, that looks shitter than I remember. Might have just been the film, but a lot of DVDs look shocking. Me and you have been playing, well, not on the last week or two, but we've been playing a bit of Outriders, which we've been quite enjoying. Sort of jump back on Outriders, which we need to get back on when we get an hour to ourselves. Quite enjoying that because it was on Game Pass for me, so I downloaded it on my PC. Been playing that. Loads of fun with that actually. I actually think it's a very good game. I think there's a lot more to it. It can get quite hard. We have to kind of lower the level down. It naturally progresses the levels, but sometimes you come across those like little mini boss areas, and they really do fuck you over. And you can try. We try a lot There was one that I tried. It wasn't. It's funny because we had that. We was at the same point, weren't we? It was like camp, and I'd done it lots of times. You'd done it lots of times, and we were like, what are you playing? Where are you? And you're like, I'm stuck. I think you was like, I'm fucking stuck. And I was stuck. And it was like, oh, we're in the same part. Yeah. So then we did it together and we got through it, didn't we? But that was hard. That was a very hard area. But it was supposed to be our level, and I don't necessarily think it was. Unless we're not developing our characters enough to be able to progress. But sometimes you do, though, don't you? You use all those tools that you have, and you just don't get through. But thoroughly good game, Outriders. Not necessarily originally anyway, but definitely. I don't like the story that much. It kind of bores me.
Yeah, I skip most of the dialogue on that. I'm normally someone that listens to all the story and gets behind lore. Outriders is not a game that's grabbed me story wise. It's all about the gameplay with that game and the co-op.
99% gameplay, 1% boring story. Well, it needs to be. Well, that's it. That should be on the back of the box, shouldn't it? But would you even get a box anymore with games? I don't think you do. But yeah, what you been up to?
Busy.
Fuck off with that shit.
Yeah.
Busy.
I'm always busy, me. Every weekend I've had something to do, which is annoying me because obviously I work Monday to Friday.
Hey, we got to spend some time together. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that sounds like we're a married couple.
Yeah.
We got to spend some time together, which was nice because it's like we're like 99.9% virtual, aren't we? Chatting and stuff. But we hung out for the day, didn't we? Did some, photos.
If anyone doesn't know, we do photography together professionally, and we had a wedding booked in, and we did that, and that took up more than we thought of the day. And unlucky for Lee, it was lots and lots of cancelled trains and pissing about with strikes and all sorts of crap. So it made.
Not only was it cancelled trains, not only did the DJ turn up at a ridiculous time due to the organisation, he should have really been there like an hour earlier. It was bloody raining.
Yeah, it absolutely pissed it down all day, didn't it? I'm not even. I ain't seen rain that bad for ages, and I can't believe it did it.
The location was beautiful. And the couple that we went to see were absolutely lovely, lovely family. But the actual location, like I say, was beautiful, but it was ruined by the rain.
We had a perfect area that we could have took photos in.
So nice.
We couldn't utilise any of it because it was sludgy and chucking it down. So
yeah. I'm surprised we didn't kill ourselves walking up that drive. To be honest, it's full of mud and. But yeah, I mean, terrible weather. But I did really enjoy the day, and hopefully we've got more booked, but we'll hopefully drag a few more in and get some more sorted.
Yeah.
What else were you saying? What else have you been up to?
I have been. What have I been doing? We had a birthday party because it's my wife's sister's 30th, so we had a birthday party before her birthday. And then it's my wife's birthday tomorrow, which is the Saturday when this has come out.
Oh, is it tomorrow?
Yep. So we're having a sort of party, but not really. More like a board game, get drunk, shindig thing. And then it's Christmas, innit? So we've got that to look forward to or not. I actually break up Christmas Eve. I've already got to go and go in.
So you're working Christmas Eve?
Yeah, I've got to go in my normal time, but it's basically you show your face. They say thank you, and then you go home and you get paid for the day. So I'm gonna do that.
It's kind of bullshit to me, that.
Yeah, no.
I'm not even pleased that's happening for you. I actually think that's terrible.
Yeah, at least I get paid for a full day, and I don't have to be there. So, but
I'm working Christmas Eve. Do you want to know when I'm working?
Go on then.
I'm working from 10 in the morning until 11 at night.
Oh well, that sounds crap. Yeah.
2 thumbs up to that. I don't mind. It's. I think it'll be a good day. Actually, I think it'll be fine. But it is going to be a long day. But it's all good. It's all good. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I've got a new job. So I've left my old job, and I've got a new one. I'm not going into details about what it is, but it's
no.
It's something that is hopefully better for me. In 6 months' time, I hope to be in a better financially, to be earning a little bit more money, be kind of going up the ranks, so to speak, and we'll see. But I said goodbye to a lot of pissed off staff because you're leaving us at Christmas and the rotas are going to change, and I'm like, I've been offered a job and I'm going. There's not a lot I can do about that. One of them was especially grumpy, but I don't know whether you hear this podcast or not, but fuck you. You really should have not been a grumpy asshole. You could have literally just said, it's a bit annoying, good luck. And then just been pissed off all by yourself, or rant or chat shit behind my back because I didn't give a shit because I'm not going to hear it. Everyone else was fine. One of them said, it is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. And I'm like, look, if you were offered, because I knew a job this person wants, if you were offered that job, if someone said, we need you in, that'd be brilliant if you could start apprenticeship or full job, you would go. And they said, yeah, I would. I meant, all right, exactly. And this is my point.
Nobody would stay. Nobody.
No. Just because this person is, just stuck at that job and not doing anything else, it's not my problem. I'm moving on. I'm moving on to better things. You stay there all your life. That's fine by me. I don't care. And the thing is, I don't even dislike the person, which is really annoying because I have nothing but good work time with this person. I think they're actually a really nice person. One of my favourite people that I've met at this old workplace, to be honest with you. Super nice, super kind, generous, just exactly what you want in a human being that you work with. And it ended up just being like this. And yeah, okay.
Sounds like jealousy to me.
It sounds like something that I can't understand. Yeah, but we'll go. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah. I don't even know what the fuck's going off.
Yeah.
Would you like?
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I'll move us on. For what we've been playing, we've already mentioned Outriders. There is a new game by Dean Hall of DayZ fame that we have been playing together.
Yes.
What day did it come out? It's been about 2 weeks now, maybe 10 days.
Two or so, yeah.
Yeah, it's had quite a lot of updates, annoyingly. I'll get onto that. But it's basically, think Rust and DayZ, that sort of survival thing. There is a story to it. I can't remember what it is exactly, but it's not really important. It's more like you get blasted down onto a planet, you get some objective to do, and you have a certain amount of time to do that objective, and there's lots of building.
But it's like days, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah,
like
it's not like 10 minutes or something. It's like that first one we did. I think that was like 3 weeks in game or something. It was like a ridiculously long time. It was never going to get to end.
But you can keep. So there's like all these objectives, but I mean, when you set down on the planet to do the objective, you can't like come down in a little like shuttle rocket pod thing, don't you? You can just spend hours, can't you? Just sort of leveling up and making shit and getting up. You can just do that, can't you? But once you've done the objective, you like I say, you get back in your little rocket thing, don't you? And you're like, poof, off. But you lose everything, don't you?
Yeah. That's it. You come. It's weird because you're in space. You're a spaceman, an astronaut, otherwise known as, and you get blasted to the planet, and you have nothing on you. And you make like stone tools, like a caveman, and you progress your way up that way. I mean, it's not. It's like DayZ and Rust in that sort of sense, and all of the survival stuff. But you can actually level up, can't you, and like learn skills which you carry on. Yeah. For later, and there is.
So your character progresses, but your material stuff doesn't. But at some point, you can take some things back, can't you?
Yeah, each mission sort of thing. You get paid like a currency or something. I can't remember what it's called. But you can buy these things where you can take them down to a planet where you're like an actual like futuristic axe or like a futuristic knife or whatever, or like there's even power stuff like to charm animals and stuff or something. You can get all stuff like that, and you can take them down to the planet as long as you bring them back up. They're ours to keep, so you can see. That's how you sort of progress in game, so you can become better.
But yeah, it's fun, but it's not without its bugs, is it? It's
yeah. I mean, it's stuff is from normal ones like clipping. I've seen a lot of like terrain clipping into stuff or dodgy textures on stuff. Or were you that had a crash? Did it crash? Or did it go wrong?
I've had a couple of crashes, and I've also had my body disappear, and you couldn't revive me or something.
Yeah.
Or my crate or something. It's like it sinks through the ground. I mean, not. I mean, we'll mention a few bits more about it, but what gets me the most, it's actually a full release, isn't it?
Yeah.
How can a full release have updates every other day?
Yeah, well, that's another thing. I noticed it the other day because we had a complaint, didn't we, about one of us died. I think it was you when we were looking for your stuff, and we couldn't find it. And there's no marker, there's no nothing. It doesn't glow, and there's lots of foliage on the floor. There's actually a marker now. They've added that in because they are listening to the community, which is good, and they're implementing stuff pretty quick. But they're doing it the wrong way, I think. In like me and you, we don't get much time. If I'm like, right, I've got an hour spare, do you fancy going on a computer? And then we turn the computer on, and then, there's only 3.5 megabyte update to Icarus. We'll be on in 2 seconds. No,
yeah,
it takes an hour to update that 3.5 because it completely reinstalls the game.
It's like the patch. It's like the patching process, isn't it? It's like, what Dean Hall? What the fuck are you doing? What is it about your game, your engine, that is so different from other engines? I mean, any other game, you click download, it might just take, even if it the most a minute to do its little magic, and then you're done, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then you're in your game, playing your game, and you're with your mates. I'm sorry, but I'm not putting on Steam every day. But even then, you don't know when those updates are coming through.
They're sporadic. They don't come at the same time. They're not set to any schedule. There's no pre-warning. They just boop, and then there's an update out, and you can't play it for 2 hours. It's weird that they decided to do that. I mean, other games, I'll do your little updates, whatever, and that's fine. But it's very, very occasional. Like if it's a massive update or there's significant changes to the game engine or the servers or something, it might do a full reinstall in some case. Not after 3.5 megs. That's ridiculous. If he's what he should do is, if he's doing them sort of updates, do them once a month or something like that, and then little ones just let them dot along as normal. I reckon any update's gonna just be that stupid full configurating install. It's just bullshit. Hopefully they sort it out, but I don't think they will. And the thing is, as well, what did mine take? I did it on mine. It took longer than an hour, didn't it? But what I can't be like this. Oh, Nathan, I'll be free in 2 hours. Put on Steam. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. But there's a lot more going off with it, and I think we'll revisit it again. So we've got a little bit of gaming news, a little bit of film news. We'll run through some of the more interesting bits. And to be honest with you, it's not been that interesting. I'll be fair. Would you like a new poster for your wall? It's a bit bare. It is.
Need TV. Do you want a new poster? I've got a brilliant idea.
I love one.
So, yeah, right. So, you had an Xbox 360, didn't you? Did you have several?
I had several.
So I only had one, actually. And mine worked for quite a while. I think I was lucky, or it was a late one or something. So you can now purchase a poster with the red ring of death on it, right? It's just like a big black poster with this red ring of death on it. It's $25 in the Microsoft Store. Just, for those who missed all the fun. It was 15 years ago. So there's an in-depth history of the Red Ring of Death in 2008. The short version is that Microsoft knew the 360 had problems, but didn't delay the rollout because it didn't want to get beaten, obviously, by Sony and Nintendo at the time. The result was massive failure rates and more than $1 billion in warranty expensive. I am reading this, by the way. Complicated further by how many of the problems were latent, meaning they would just sit there for a bit and then suddenly, kabam, it's broke. So yeah, you need to use the machines for not even a certain amount of time, but just an amount of time until the problem occurred. Absolute joke. It reminds me a little bit of the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con with a drift on the... what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You're a massive games company that's been around for years, and you're putting out shit controllers. Fuck yourself, Nintendo. Sort your shit out. What are you doing? Doesn't make any sense. I don't know. So, do you fancy one of them posters? That's the question.
I feel a little bit offended by that poster because it's like saying,
sorry,
ha, you paid us loads of money, your Xbox broke, give me some more money and we can have a laugh together about it.
It's like having a poster on you or the Twin Towers and a fucking plane going into the side, isn't it? Okay, slightly less serious, catastrophic, less death, but there might have been someone that I imagine someone had a 360 thrown at their head after it. Don't discount that. Could have happened. But yeah, same vein, definitely. Alien Isolation, you've played it. I played it. Scares the shit out of me. Very good game. It's coming to mobile, so now you can shit yourself on the bus instead of at home. Do you think it should it be on mobile?
No, I think it's an immersive experience. It's not just a game, it's an actual experience, that game. I've just looked at date. I cannot believe that's 2014 when that came out. I would have said 2017 at the very earliest.
Shit, I had 18 or something. Yeah.
And I recently upgraded to a 4K monitor and I downloaded the game again because I wanted to see what it looked like in 4K. Not mobile quality at all, so I don't know what they're doing. Do not have it on.
I know you spat my drink out when you do that stupid.
You have to do it.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, you have to chef kiss. Mwah, beautiful. And
I hate that. You're the only one I allowed to get away with that. I hate that, but you carry on. It's your thing, isn't it? It's your thing.
But not for mobile. Not for mobile. The graphics are too good. The gameplay is too immersive. No, not on my phone.
It's like going from playing a really good game on a Mega Drive, and then they do like a Master System conversion, and you're just going, "What's this shit?" Sonic was not the same. No. Ridiculous. Call of Duty Warzone has a new map out, a Pacific map called Caldera. Not going to go into it big time. It's very different. There's like a massive volcano in it. There's like dried up lava. There's rivers. You can, on the actual Battle Royale, you can get in a plane. And that's the meta. If you can get in a plane, you can get a few kills in to start with. That's kind of like, let's get the plane. Nah. It's kind of like that. Yeah, very good. I've been playing with Karina. It's the game. I mean, it's very it's quite enjoyable. It's very open, but there's a lot of trees. So whereas before it might just be quite open, now it's open, but you can hide behind a tree. So I've been doing a lot of tree hiding. I have a brilliant clip from it that I saved the other day where I got 3 kills in it was amazing. I showed Karina Page. I was like, look at this. So I was running along, and these guys had come down this hill in a Jeep, hadn't seen me. I don't know how. I thought I was just going to die. I was like, well, there's 3 people in a Jeep. I might as well just stand here, because I didn't have a rocket launcher or anything like that. 2 of them, it stopped right close to me. 2 of them jumped out and fucking ran off. The other one was still in the Jeep, so I shot him, turned around, shot them 2, and I'm like, whoa, doing the victory dance, and I just killed 3 of them, and I was like, they're idiots. Why would they not have even seen me? I don't even get it. Warzone guns currently are not shooting straight. They normally shoot straight. If a bullet doesn't land where your reticle is aiming, they have this kind of... So there's lots of new Vanguard guns come in, and there's going to be an update. They're going to fix it, but currently the guns shoot like shit. I was using a Vanguard sniper rifle to kill someone who was up on this building, and it was just not hitting him at all. And I'm like, that is clearly a headshot. Several of them. Nowhere. I even adjusted and went oh, is there a drop? Is there I'm going up and down, and I'm like, nope, wasn't even touching him. Bit disappointing. Don't really know what was happening there, and not the best. What else have we got on here? There's a small bit of news about a New World server that had to be rolled back due to players being showered with gold. So they literally hacked this. They didn't hack it. They Amazon Games. They basically turned it off and fucking rewound the server, so everyone lost everything. Bit disappointing if you'd been playing and getting lots of gold. There was a Daisy update.
I did see one. I pop up on my Steam and I was like,
Yeah, so there's we have a new female character with lots of minor fixes. The new patch will also make it more difficult to retain higher values, but will be less impactful on lower values. I just want to find food, eat it, and not die of starvation every 10 minutes. I don't know what they're doing, but just leave me with that. Apparently, though, it'll be the players will have a better idea of how to take care of their character. I don't even know where it's going with that. Also, it'd be more difficult to eat all your food in one go, so I'm assuming you'll just be sick. There's some hilarious news about a player in Forza 5 who you can create. I've been playing Forza 5 a little bit with Karina. It's quite good. You can create your own skin for a car, which obviously that's quite a fun thing. So I did one for Paige. It was yellow and black. It had some really cool squares on it and chrome wheels and shit. And then it had a name on the back. It's just you can do stuff like that if you want. A player got a ban for putting Kim Jong-un of North Korea in some sort of KFC design. It said like send, instead of that meme send nudes, it said like send nukes. Just stupid shit. Stupid shit like that. But he got a ban. How long would you say this ban? If someone did that, how much of a ban would you give them?
Well, the maximum I would say until death. So probably, depending on their age, no more than 80 years. The maximum. So
like a permanent ban. Yeah. That's be just perma ban, or even a year.
Yeah.
Or just a slap on the wrist a week, a month, and then just delete it, and then take away their ability to make skins.
Yeah.
That sounds fair. Well, I've got news for you. 8,000 years.
Well,
they got a ban for 8. Now I'm thinking, is this person going to be alive for 9,000 years and still get to play?
Yeah. I mean, are they still gonna? Is that game still even gonna be a thing then? Like, will it be Forza Horizon 8,000 by then, or what? I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. And what version of Xbox will we be on?
Well,
I don't know.
It'll be something. It'll be backwards or something.
It'll be plugged in your fucking brain, won't it? Yeah, I don't know what's going on for that, but I thought it was quite funny. I think the person that did it was just thinking, you know what? They just went, can I put 8,000 years? And the reason why is so it gets some weird news publicity. I think that's what happened.
I do.
Feel free to go for the next, what you've written on there.
Yeah, I've been playing and I thought I'd tell everyone about it because everyone's probably talking about it anyway. Halo Infinite is out and it came out Tuesday, I think it were. Now, it wasn't one I was going to get, but someone at work convinced me to get it. The multiplayer, which weirdly for some reason is free for everyone, so anybody could download and play. And it's quite good. I've been smashing it a lot on that after work, and the campaign is open world this time. Like all the other Halo games have been quite linear levels, objective based. This one,
go here, shoot this, kill this. Here's a bit of story. Yeah.
Well, this one sets the setting is on an actual Halo ring. So it's like the rolling hills, trees, little bits starting about mountains and shit. And this one is open world, so you can literally go wherever you want and do whatever you want, and you get a grappling hook, so you can sort of traverse better. You unlock vehicles and level up, and there's like powers and stuff to get, which is like not really Halo-y. It feels more like a Far Cry game, but with aliens that you kill. And I cannot recommend it enough. It's so good. I mean, you just even download the multiplayer, the free multiplayer, because I mean, the full game is free on Game Pass for anyone that's got Game Pass. I actually bought it on Steam just because I like to have stuff on Steam, but it's the multiplayer is free on either one. Smash it like I have because I love Halo online for multiplayer because I always win. So I've
never been, I've never been a big Halo fan. But I might have a go at the multiplayer. No, so like I did have a go at the multiplayer. I only installed it for something because I needed. It was actually to do with Icarus actually. But I might pop it back on and have a go.
Yeah, do it. It's really good.
A little bit of film and TV stuff. We'll run through it quite quickly. There was new information came out from Peter Jackson. He was pressured to kill off 3 hobbits over the course of his iconic film series by the studio behind Lord of the Rings. They don't get killed in the book, so why would you kill them in the films? Nope, there's literally nothing to go on that one. So another case of film studios being absolute crazy. Rogue One. You like Rogue One, don't you?
I do. I think it's one of the better Star Wars films. I think better than the trilogy.
It's better than the new trilogy.
Oh yeah, the new trilogy.
Yeah. What do they call it? The Skywalker trilogy, or whatever they call it, don't they?
Yeah.
Because that's, let's be honest, apart from a few scenes, dog shit. I just thought in a nutshell, it's I find it a little bit dog shit. Don't get me wrong, there are actually some elements I do really like about the new Skywalker trilogy, but there's just too much in I don't like, especially the ending of the last film. That for me was like, ooh. One of them. So what was I saying? Yeah, Rogue One, Star Wars the story. The director Gareth Edwards admits that he has no regrets about killing off all of the film's heroes in the final act, which is fine. I don't know why he's even talking about it. The whole premise of it was they were heroes that lost their lives to get the valuable information about the blueprints of the Death Star. So I have no issues. In fact, I think, to be honest, I thought the ending was perfect.
Yeah.
There was hardly anything about that film that I didn't like. Hardly anything. Maybe that weird thing that sucked on that guy's head and like did something weird to his memory. That was odd.
Yeah.
But there's always some odd shit that you have to put up with, and fair enough. Just a quick note. Alita Battle Angel 2. There's been a big pitch for the movie for Battle Angel 2, which I love that film as well. Me and Paige went to cinema. Fantastic film. Have you seen it?
I have watched it with the kids, and we did quite like it.
Solid film. So it looks like they're looking at doing a new one, which is great. Star Trek Discovery's back. There's been a few episodes of that. Shitter than it was before. I've actually not watched the last couple of episodes. I can't bring myself to do it. I don't know what it is about it. Just don't grab me. It's my Enterprise. That's what it is. Everyone moans about Enterprise. Discovery is my Enterprise. I find it very disappointing. My favourite character is Planet. Just spoiler. I don't even care. My favourite character, his planet got destroyed. It was like in the first episode, and I'm like, oh, I like that guy. And now he's in like an emotional wreck. Brilliant.
But nobody's going to watch it anyway because it's not. Is it Apple that it's on? No. What is it?
No, Paramount Plus or something.
Oh, that streaming service that
Apple.
nobody uses in England, so you can't watch it anyway. So.
Yeah, but apparently Netflix are buying it back or something. Something's happening with it because people are complaining. They're saying Star Trek is something that everyone should have access to all over the world, whether it's on like Netflix, which is the most popular platform for streaming, or on general TV. Get it, sort your shit out, putting it on this. Oh no, we'll take it off Netflix. We'll put it on something else. People are already sick of buying various. It's getting to the point where we might as well just not have them and go back to normal TV. Witcher.
It starts today, which is yesterday for everyone else.
Oh shit!
Yeah, don't forget. You need to watch it. I watched the trailer, part of the trailer, because Netflix likes to show you the trailer, and chef's kiss.
You stop fucking doing that.
Beautiful. I love The Witcher. The first series, not by socks off. It was good. I am a big fan of the games. More so 3, which I think everyone is. I don't know why I put Witcher 3 as well. It's like the series is Witcher 3. It's not. It's just Witcher. But the second series out today. It's been long awaited. Get it watched. Also, I've not wrote it down, but if for anyone that enjoys Superstore, the new series, or the last series, should I say, is now on Netflix, starting yesterday for everyone, or today for us.
It hasn't got her in it though, has it?
I watched it. I can't remember.
I can't watch it without. She left.
Series 6, I think it is. The whatever the last series is, because for some strange reason, England has got like 1 to 5 or something. Like just so we smashed them all. In, like,
it's to do with yeah.
It's weird that we didn't get the last series, but now we finally got the last series. So that's appeared on Netflix for anyone with Netflix that likes Superstore.
Good show.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, easy watch. It's not laugh out loud all the time, but there's some funny moments in it.
You can sit down watch it. You can sit down what you did and watch a couple of episodes and be done, can't you?
Yeah. You don't. There's not really any big story elements or anything like that. So it's nice, easy watching. And I can't remember his name. The guy in the wheelchair who does the customer service, easily the best character.
I like him, but I also like the main female lead. I think she plays a good character as well.
Is it Ugly Bear? But I can't remember her name.
Ugly Betty actress, I don't know her name. Bloody Latino sort of.
Ferrero.
Ferrero Rocher?
Yeah, Ferrero Rocher. That's the name.
Yeah. Good chocolate, that. Collider.com has come up with a triple movie feature to watch over Christmas. And they've gone for Home Alone, Krampus, Lethal Weapon as the perfect triple. What's yours?
Not that.
Wait, what do you think of that anyway?
Yeah, that. Krampus, no. I mean, it's an alright film, but I thought it was a bit shit, to be honest, and not really Christmas.
It's not going to last, is it?
No, it's not. It's not even like it's in our sort of realm of, like, our sphere of, like,
reality.
Yeah, we don't have Krampus. It's like, is it Norwegian or something?
It's some sort of Scandinavian thing, yeah.
It's not a thing that's going to be a thing, so stop pushing it just because somebody's learned or a new monster. Lethal Weapon, not a Christmas film. It's. I always thought Lethal Weapon when I was a kid, like just trying to be diehard. I ain't seen Lethal Weapon for years, but I remember liking them. I don't always make this list. Well, I do.
Right. All the Lethal Weapon films for me I love them. First, second, amazing. Third, still going strong. Fourth, wasn't even weak. It was still really good because it had Jet Li in it. Amazing. He brought such a different feel to it. And mate, I love them. I watch them. I have every year I will watch all the Lethal Weapon films. I think I have them on Blu-ray. I can't remember. I think I've got them on Blu-ray. Lethal Weapon is a little bit like Die Hard because it's set at Christmas, but however, I will say Die Hard. We've had this conversation. Die Hard is a film set at Christmas, and people have begun to associate it with Christmas, and hence why it's become a Christmas film for those who consider it a Christmas film, like myself. And if you don't think it's a Christmas film, it's fine. I actually have no issue with it. But for me, it's a Christmas film because you kind of constantly getting that Christmas vibe, whether it's the decorations or the music. I think at the end there's a Christmas song. Oh, the weather! It just kicks in. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's all there. All the ingredients are there except for the story. But the thing is, he's going home for Christmas to see his kid and that. So even then, that's still creeping into that I'm a Christmas film. I mean, although it wasn't, as we found out, it wasn't released at Christmas. So that was for me, that was its biggest failure. I think they should have saved it for Christmas. When they got it ready, keep it in the box for a few months, release it at Christmas. I think they could have gone.
They just wanted that money.
I think it would have been a good idea. Had it as a Christmas film. Maybe it was delayed or something. So yeah, Krampus, no. Lethal Weapon, I'd enjoy watching it, but still not really a... I mean, I did like Krampus, but I don't think I'm going to watch it again. But Home Alone was the third one, and...
that would be number one on my list, because Home Alone, I had this argument with my group of friends about Home Alone 2 being better than 1. It's not, so shut up, you're wrong. Home Alone...
2 better than 1?
Yeah. When what?
Someone at my work said that the other
day.
Is
it? And right, this is Ben as well saying this. Home Alone 1 is not even a Christmas film, he says. He says Home Alone 2.
Ben hasn't watched Lord of the Rings, so I'm struggling with his opinion being valid on this.
I mean, if it were directed by Coen Brothers, the first one, he'd like it more. That's all I'm saying. But it wasn't.
Wait, the first one was set at Christmas, and it is a Christmas film.
And it's full of Christmas songs, full of decorations. It's all Christmas, and he wishes for him to come back. Well, he wishes for him to go away, and then he wishes.
The whole
for him
thing
back.
is he's alone at Christmas, which is obviously a bad thing. Home Alone might be one of the ultimate Christmas films.
It is the ultimate Christmas film.
Give me your 3 anyway. You need 3.
Home Alone straight away. Then I would have Polar Express, which is a newer Christmas film, because I watched that growing up. Well, not me growing up, but my kids growing up, and they loved the film, and it's made me love the film, and I love Tom Hanks, so perfect. I know some people don't like the animation in that because
I haven't seen it.
It's like motion capture, but like photorealistic, like.
Gotcha.
So it creeps some people
Not
out.
real, but real.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Plus, nearly every character is Tom Hanks as well, in some form or other. Joe Pesci is also in it, only a small part from Home Alone as well. And that's our Christmas Eve film that we watch with kids before we put them in bed. So that's got to go on my list. And then the third one, only for Jade, would be The Holiday, starring Cameron Diaz, Jude Law, Jack Black and Kate Winslet. It's a stupid rom-com crap film, but me and Jade always have to watch that on Christmas Eve once the kids go to bed.
I've not heard of that actually.
I bet Karina's watched it. It's like
guarantee you.
It's like a sappy rom-com set at Christmas, and it's about Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet lives in a cottage in England, and Cameron Diaz is like some advertising exec in LA or somewhere. And they decide they've both had enough at Christmas. They don't know each other, and they do like a house swap thing on a website, like basically like an Airbnb, but you swap houses. So they swap houses, and then while they're there, Cameron Diaz falls in love with a brother, which is Jude Law, and she falls in love with someone that knows Cameron Diaz, which is Jack Black. And then it's just like a love story thing, but it's over Christmas, and I do actually quite like it. It's weird.
Okay.
But it is a good film, and that is very Christmassy for me. So that's my top 3. What about you?
Interesting. Home Alone is up there, of course.
Ultimate Christmas.
Yeah, just is, isn't it? But it's not our one that we watch. It's not our because we watch like the main Christmas film last sort of thing. It won't be Christmas Eve, obviously, because I'm at work. So we'll watch it a day or two before, whatever. Or even on Christmas Day. I mean, fuck it, because we're both off Christmas Day. We could chill out and watch it on Christmas Day. In fact, yeah, we'll probably do that. So Home Alone is definitely up there, and I'm gonna say Die Hard, and for me, one of my, because this is supposed to be like a 3 which are different, and I'm going to go for Die Hard. Just basically for me, and Karina enjoys. I think she enjoys that. I think she might just put up with it. But either way, Die Hard. But my third, and I have a bonus 4th, which I want to mention because we do really like it, is Hook.
Oh yeah, the other non-Christmas film.
Yeah, but it feels so much like a Christmas film that I don't even feel that you can argue too much, because they're going back to England, the land of beautiful Christmases. You know, when you think of a Christmas scene, you often have that snow, the church, the Christmas trees, and it's a traditional Christmas feels very English to me, or British, whatever you want to say. I'll just say English because fuck the Scots. Only because a lot of them want to leave us. But I feel that they're going back to London. They're going to this house that's full of Christmas, and then something happens, and then there's a lot of sadness in it, there's a lot of joy, and then they get back home and all the rest of it. And yeah, I mean, the thing is, you can say every there's only certain films which really fit that this is a Christmas film. Home Alone is like an action comedy film, but with the story of they're going somewhere for Christmas. In a way, it's Die Hard. It's not that different.
Well, Kevin McAllister wears shoes. That's the first glaringly obvious difference.
You understand what I'm saying? Home Alone, instantly you go Christmas film. But what is it? It's there's an event happening at Christmas time which leads into action, which then has a happy ending. Die Hard is an event involving Christmas time which leads into action with a happy ending. They're both the same. Not the overall story, but the actual big story points of it are very similar. But obviously Home Alone feels a lot more Christmassy because there's a lot less people being murdered. And I don't think Christmas films should necessarily have a lot of murder in them. So Die Hard, Home Alone, Hook, they're my 3. And Karina probably more or less agrees. Grinch is... Right, I'm going to have to mention 2. Grinch, we do watch Grinch. The Jim Carrey Grinch, we do like that film. But my kind of bonus that I do is Christmas with the Cranks.
That would have been my bonus number 4.
I love that film.
It's cheesy, it's a bit shit, but it's good as
well. I find it very funny. I love that. I like Tim Allen. Jamie Lee Curtis is also an amazing actress. And they're just saying, fuck it, we're going somewhere else for Christmas. But then suddenly the daughter's coming back and they're going, shit, we've not prepared for Christmas. They're upset in the street. There's a Ghostbuster getting angry about it. Who are you going to call? Do you know what I mean? Everybody you can for help. There's that stupid thing with the Christmas ham that rolls down the street, gets squashed by a car. What the fuck? What is going on? It's such a good film. Christmas with the Cranks. So yeah, Collider.com, I don't think yours is too bad. I think it hits some good points, but I think ours are better. Maybe as a 6 or 7 films, I think we've nailed the best Christmas films there. Maybe we have. Right, have you got the tier maker in front of you?
I have. Let me move forward so I can actually see the little pictures. Right. I'm ready.
Okay, so this is a a tier maker. Am I recording? It is recording. This is the tier maker that we're doing today. It's based on UK Christmas food. Now, does it cover all of the food items that are traditional we have in the UK? I'm going to say no. There's definitely some missing. But it does cover a lot of them. Right. It's just right. So, as you can see, we have a lot of the foods traditionally associated with Christmas Day. They're not all there, but we're going to go with what we've got because I didn't make my own. I found this one on Tier Maker. So, S tier, obviously, that is clearly the best food on there. That is the... right, stop it. Yeah, okay, fine. And then anything that's crap is going in D. I'm not making any other ranks. We're just going for D is the worst. S is the best. So, we'll have a conversation. And as always, when myself and Nathan do these, we come to a compromise, but we are allowed, we're allowed one each to be thrown into the S because we have to have our favourites. And I do like how we do this. So for the first thing, we have After 8 mints.
I love those.
I only have them at Christmas.
Yeah, I do as well. It's weird, that, isn't it?
And it's always the one box. And I always don't like it when people leave the wrappers in, the little paper wrappers. I'm like, what are you doing? Why can't you put it in the bin? Would you be happy with an A for that?
I was gonna say B, but we can put it in here.
Okay, we'll sit it in A, and we'll see how the balance goes with everything. Love them or hate them, Brussels sprouts.
I love them.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
I'm dead set. B, A. Do you love them more than After 8 mints?
Well, if I was sat down watching a Christmas film and I wanted something to just like munch on, I'd pick sprouts. I'm gonna pick the After 8, so we'll put it in B.
B's a good one for that one. Candy canes, the traditional candy canes. You know what? I'm not a big sweet fan. I'm more of a chocolate fan. I'm happy to sit them in. So let's make this clear. Yeah. C isn't bad. The only really bad one is like D.
Yeah.
But I mean, they could sit. Kids love them. I'm not a big fan. They could sit in C or B. Like, should we put them in B?
For me, they could go in D because they're just crap.
Yeah, they're just crap at Christmas, aren't they? So we have carrots. I'm going to assume that there's some sort of honey glazed carrots with like parsley or something thrown on them. But carrots, this is all like side dish. A lot of side dishes on. So carrot, do we like carrots at Christmas? I like them all the time, but like a glazed carrot, I mean, I think it could just sit in a B, like, or even a C. It's good. It's not as good as a Brussels sprout, is it?
No, put it in C.
C. But now there's no Quality Street on here, but I think Quality Street are falling out of favour a bit because they keep fucking about with all the flavours.
Yeah,
I think people are
they're
starting
getting
to like
smaller, aren't they? And then the boxes are getting smaller, and it's a bit.
You don't have the coffee one anymore. No. Celebrations. I mean, I'm a big celebration fan. Where would you put it, do you think?
I'd be happy with A for that.
Yeah, A, you want to go for A? Okay. Well, I could agree with A. They are a bit. There's always them bounties left over, but I like the bounties.
I like
so
bounties as well. That's what.
Everyone's like, "Oh, I don't want a bounty." More for me. Now, right. I reckon you're going to go. This could easily be a joint S tier. I'm going to say a cheese board.
Yeah, this I put it in a joint S. This because I could smash a cheese board 24/7 at Christmas meat. I mean, I've been to the supermarket today after work, and we already got cheese board stuff in. I needed more cheese board stuff, so I just can't get enough. I love a cheese board, mate. So
is this a joint S?
Yeah, we'll put this as a joint S.
This is not our individual pick. No. This is a joint S. Yeah. Chocolate orange. I kind of have them all the times as well. I think as a unique item at Christmas, not quite After 8 mint quality.
Yeah, I mean, I could eat them and have eaten them throughout the year. So
a B.
They are very nice.
Yeah. Though. Now we're both kind of vegetarian, so as a Christmas item, that's an S. But for us, I reckon it's going down as a B.
Yeah, is that duck? Because that looks like.
I think it's a thick sliced turkey, to be honest. But hang on, that looks like hoisin sauce and spring onions.
Yeah.
But it could just be gravy and garnish.
I mean, it's meat, so it can go in D for me. But
it's going in D because we don't eat big slabs of meat. Cranberry sauce is amazing, but I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it to sit and see.
I love cranberry juice, and I don't ever eat cranberries. So with the cranberry sauce, I would have been happy to put it in D, but if you like it, we can put it in one of others. I don't mind it. It's just not something I eat, so
I won't necessarily dip into that, to be honest with you. Eggnog.
I've never had it, but I've heard it's nice, and I would like to try it. I mean, it does. It shouts Christmas to you, that, doesn't it? But I've never actually had it, so I'm happy wherever.
We'll see, because we've never had it. I can't believe I've never had it. Maybe Ferrero Rocher.
I think they're an A. I mean, I've had them all year long.
I'm happy.
I have them all the time, but they are Christmassy.
They're expensive though. They're more of a Christmas thing, aren't they? You don't go, I fancy a box of Ferrero Rocher, because you look at the price and you go, not that much.
Yeah, £6 for like 4 of them or something. It's a bit ridiculous.
Something like that, yeah. Gingerbread man?
Now, I don't really like ginger, so
Oh, you don't?
No.
See, I do.
I mean,
if you don't like them,
they're not. It's not a D for me. No, definitely not a D. It's not candy cane.
I mean, I can only tolerate them if they've got icing on, and maybe once a year. So for me, I think they sit in a C quite nice. Gravy with your dinner.
I don't like gravy. Even when I ate meat, I didn't like gravy. So
okay, for me, it's a C because it has to be perfect. Because if it's not perfect, it messes my dinner up. We think this is mashed potato. So, what would you say about mashed potato on your dinner? I don't think it goes on your fucking Christmas. No. It does not go on your Christmas dinner. No. It can go on your Sunday dinner. Yeah. It can't go on your Christmas dinner.
I don't like mashed potato
but most of all, it goes with sausages. Which is still, I find weird. I'm going to put it a C.
Yeah.
Mince pies.
They've got to be an A or an S for me. I love mince pies.
Oh, check what else is on there. Is this
I'm waiting to see if you've got a problem with one of the other ones, and then I'm going to choose an S for that. So, mince pies go in an A, but then I will
sit them in A.
Yeah, I'll swap it around later if things don't go bad.
This looks like peas with butter on.
Yeah, do you know, I could take or leave peas. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I'm the same. But Brussels sprouts are better on your Christmas dinner than peas. You could even not have peas on your Christmas dinner.
I don't think we actually have peas on this Christmas dinner. We
hardly have peas. And
we would have them on a Sunday dinner anyway or something.
But... pigs in blankets. Now, I haven't come across a really, really good vegetarian pigs in blanket. So, but I used to love them, and everyone else in my house really, really likes them. Well, apart from Paige, because she don't eat them. But I think for my house, it's for Karina, it'd be an S. Yeah. For the house, an A. For me, it's going to go with that other meat item because I don't eat them.
I did eat meat, I didn't like them. Yeah. So.
I'm not a big fan of the fat on bacon. So
that were mine. I didn't. It would just you bit it and it just fell apart and stretched and it was shit.
Exactly. Roast potatoes. What do you reckon to roast potatoes?
They're an A, tickling an S. I do love roast potatoes.
Okay, they're in A. This is a prawn cocktail, which is kind of a traditional starter in this country, isn't it? And I think if you was at a restaurant, you'd probably have I'd have a soup, to be honest.
Yeah, I have the soup.
A prawn cocktail is a very decent starter, and I do like it. I think it could sit in a B. Are you happy with a B?
Yeah, I make it every year for start of Christmas. No, I don't eat it, but Jade and the kids do.
I've gone off prawns recently.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Once you understand that they only eat food off the bottom of the sea, and the fact that little line is their actual stomach and it's probably full of grit, and I'm just kind of puts me off now. Profiteroles, I really like profiteroles.
I do, but I don't class them as Christmassy.
I class them as kind of Christmassy, but you can have them at any other point. But I'm happy with a B, or they could even sit in C for all I care.
Put them in B because they're better than peas.
Oh yeah, that's one way of doing it, isn't it? Yeah, they're better than carrots, aren't they? Yeah, definitely. Roast veg, not normally a Christmas thing. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it is in this country, but it is. That looks like it's roast veg with rosemary on it.
It's like a Mediterranean one though, because it's like tomatoes and onion or something in there, isn't there?
I don't know, but it would work.
Yeah, I do like veg like that.
This specific one, I think, gonna have to sit in a B because I would be happy with that, but I don't think that's the right one. A traditional, a parsnip, carrot, potato mix with some other shit might work really well, but not
it looks like courgette or something and all in that.
Could be something weird. Definitely tomatoes in that one. stuffing balls, I'm just going to say... oh my God. You see... Okay, there are 3 things you can put on a Sunday dinner for me, and if there's nothing else, I'll be happy. That's roast potatoes, stuffing, and Yorkshire puddings. And if you just put those 3 items on and said, that's all I've got, I would say, thank you very much. I'd put a little bit of gravy on and I'd just sit there eating it. Stuffing ball, for me, is a solid... It's on par with roast potatoes. In fact, I've got my... I'm going to say... Just going to say this now after looking at this. I have my S. My S is roast potatoes. But they have to be perfect.
So do you want to move the roast potatoes up to S and put the stuffing balls in here?
That's exactly where they're sitting now. Roast potatoes are in S. Stuffing is in A.
I don't like stuffing, so you could have that one.
I do. If your stuffing was a B or like a C, I think I could push it up. For me, I think it's very important, and I think it's an A. It's an A for me. Trifle.
I like trifle, but I could have it all year round. So it's not especially Christmassy, but I do quite like trifle if it's made right.
I think it kind of like sits with Pret Rolls Prawn Cocktail. I think it's a nice B, satisfactory B. We don't eat turkey, do we? So that's going to have to go at the bottom.
Even though that is a main Christmas sort of thing.
Yeah, we just want to say that, if you eat meat and you like, that's fine. But we're only putting it down there because we don't eat it. But turkey for me is a bit dry. I don't like the fat. I never like the fat on. Oh no, what is that then? Oh, it might be pork or gammon. I can't tell what it is because that's turkey there. It's meat. It's just going to the bottom. I'm not sure what that is. But the more you say duck, the more I think it's duck.
And that like dark, it looked like hoisin sauce to me. That dark sauce.
But I think ducks are slightly darker meat. So we've got Christmas pudding, Yorkshire puddings left.
I am going to smash Yorkshire pudding, Christmas pudding in an S because I love Christmas pudding.
That's your S, is it?
That's my S.
I can agree with that. I do like Yorkshire pudding. I do like Christmas pudding, and not. I find that there's a lot of people that don't.
Yeah, and lots of everyone at work thinks I'm weird for liking mince pies and Christmas pudding. I love them, me. I can't get enough. I love anything that reminds me of Christmas on Christmas Day with Christmas pudding. So we don't set on fire or all that. But...
Yeah, the first Christmas thing I eat are mince pies.
Yeah.
Because they're like the first thing that seems to sort of appear in the shops. And I will probably I have a Christmas pudding that I'll be having on Christmas Day. And if no one else wants it, I'll eat the whole fucking thing myself.
Mince pies could also go in S for me because I love them that much. I love how weirdly fruity and boozy.
Yeah, well, you can only have one.
I know, so Christmas pudding's going to sit there.
And we've already got a joint cheese board, haven't we? So, Yorkshire puddings, I would like to say a solid A. I don't know if you agree with that.
I love Yorkshire puddings, but there's always a debate. I don't know if there is in Nottingham, but there is in Sheffield. Yorkshire puddings don't belong on a Christmas dinner. It's like a big thing that kicks off every year. They're a Sunday dinner only because they're actually a starter that you're supposed to have before your Sunday dinner with gravy. You're not actually supposed to have them on your Sunday dinner, but then people start putting them on just to save up washing up, and that's what they are, not a Christmas dinner. Although when I did cook big, because we have alternative Christmas dinners now, like we're having like a vegan Wellington for Christmas dinner this year. I'm cooking like a beef joint for kids. I'd normally do Yorkshire puddings anyway, so it makes no difference to me. But I love Yorkshire puddings. I'd be happy with S for them, but if we'll put them in here because we've got all S's sorted.
Fuck it, we're having a joint S. We'll have a joint S. We're having a cheeky joint one because it needs to be up there for me. For me, stuffing would sit slightly lower than Yorkshire puddings, and but yeah. So our two joint S's. In fact, we're all done now. So I'll go through. I'll go from the worst to the up to the best. We've got all the meat at the bottom, which is random meat number 1, pigs in blankets and turkey. That's in D, as in, but mainly because we just don't eat it. Carrots, cranberry sauce, eggnog, gingerbread men, gravy, mashed potato and peas are in C. Brussels sprouts, candy canes, chocolate orange, prawn cocktail, fritter rolls, roast veg with possibly tomatoes in it, and trifle are sitting in B. Jack would have trice, and Jack would have that in S. Trifle, we love trifle.
I do love trifle. It is quite nice.
If it's vegetarian, because a lot of it has gelatin in it. So A is after 8 minutes. Which is a lot. The stuffing breaks it because it's savoury.
Mm-hmm.
After 8 minutes, celebrations, Ferrero Rocher, mince pies, and stuffing balls. Do you do stuffing balls, or do you do like some people do it like a flat thing and cut it?
Yeah,
off?
that's what we do. We like. Well, I don't because I don't eat it, but we'll do it like we actually do it in a lasagna dish. You know, like it bottom, and then like sort of scoop it out.
Yeah, it can work either way. S tier, join S tier or the amazing cheese board.
The best thing.
Me and my
Christmas.
father-in-law do like a good cheese board. We sit there talking about cheese. I don't know, it's like just some weird old man thing that we do. This one's a bit. This is crazy. Our other joint item is Yorkshire puddings because they are one of the most amazing things ever made. And there's a lot of Americans that haven't got a fucking clue what they are, which is understandable. But I think that they would appreciate Yorkshire puddings. And also, you probably like them because it says Yorkshire. Roast potatoes was my S. I love roast potatoes. Cooked properly, a roast potato is an amazing part of your dinner, and I always try to have the most. And your choice for S was, of course, the famous Christmas pudding, which me and you both like. In fact, they could all be joined, I reckon. Oh, you don't like roast potato? You like roast potatoes?
Yeah, I love roast potatoes.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I think that's a good S selection. I think up there, and I've quite enjoyed going through that. I think there could be more on it. 100% be more on it. But maybe even some of them took off, like I say, like the profiteroles and like the mashed potato.
And that weird mixed veg thing, whatever that is.
And whatever the fuck that meat is down there, which appeared on there somehow. I don't know who made this.
It looks like, do you know, like that honey glazed ham from Christmas with the Cranks? Because it looks like it might, the like edge part of it looks like it might be crisscrossy, like it might like a pork joint or gammon. But I can't.
Yeah, gammon. It could be a gammon joint, but it's just. I think it's just maybe a bad picture for what it is. But yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed doing our tier maker there. Yeah, so right then, I guess thanks for joining us today on here. The best podcast that's ever graced your tabs. If you don't know what tab is, Google it. Find us on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and also some other podcast platforms. We would love to know what 3 films are perfect for Christmas. In fact, we have already asked, but we haven't shared our results on it. We've got on Facebook. But it's a goodbye from me, and
it's a big, massive, have a nice Christmas, bye-bye from me.
And I haven't discussed this yet with you, Nathan, but I think for New Year we could talk about our favourite game from this year, which we've been playing. I think I know what it's already going to be. Actually. I do. But either way, we will have a conversation about it. And I'm going to give you all a big wave now if you're watching. So bye bye, and hopefully hear from you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.